Hey guys, it's Nazrin Daud here and welcome to another video. In my channel, I share tips and tricks and tutorials of how you can elevate your brand, how you can actually build a profitable business online, because what I do is to make sure you have an extra edge of presence online. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to share with you something special and different from usual. Okay, I'm revealing something, a secret. Actually, not too much of a secret lah, but something in which I do to get clients for my web agency, RoguePress. You know, I have people call it RogueQPress, RogueExpress, RoguePress. You know, I can just get it right for the first time. It's RoguePress, RoguePress, RoguePress. Okay, enough of the rant. So basically, RoguePress has been around since 2019. We started out in Marina One, where we actually started out as a small company. Now we are a team of 5, and it's something in which I am very proud that I have a small team that can help me to operate building websites for clients and so on. So how do we get clients? We use client attraction system. What is client attraction system? So let me introduce it to you. Alright, so this is the client attraction system, right? What I mentioned just now is just an introductory of how I actually get clients from a cold lead into a sale, how you convert them, and going through this particular system, this particular formula that you need to apply in order to get them to become your client. Okay, so let me explain and let me try to do as layman as possible, because sometimes when you go far ahead, the tech jargons all come out, and I don't know whether you understand a single bit. But let me try to step back and share with you the simplest form in how this works. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, so the first particular stage in which you need to understand, there's an avatar. Avatar is basically your target audience. You need to know who you're serving with. You need to know your demographic, your psychographic. You need to know what they eat, where they go, what they wear, how much they pay, what's their behavior like, do they like to spend online, stuff like that. So an avatar is to be a certain persona of your audience. You need to understand them to the T and make sure you can actually target them in places like Facebook. For Google, it's a different ball game. Probably if you do Google, probably it's between search and probably YouTube video ads. It's about targeting those people with intention, but that will be a video of another day. But just focus on avatar, because this is the person that you want to target. If let's say for myself, I want to target people who needs a website and a website revamp, they will be my avatar. Okay, to actually have probably employee of at least 100 people in the team in order to work with me, for example. Not going to disclose the exact thing, but that will be probably an example. So the avatar will be led through the hook. The hook is basically your landing page. Your landing page will have everything that you can offer, everything that you are giving of value. In this particular case, you're going to talk about video and like a webinar concept or presentation that you want to actually give them, a formula that you want to give for them to benefit without even engaging you. So you're giving them for free. But for free, there's a catch. You need to get in exchange for their email and name and email address. So that's how it works. So in between the hook and the stack is where you do the presentation. There will be an exchange of email address. So there will be an opt-in box for them to actually put in their name and address, email address, and then they will be directed to the stack. So inside the stack is where you do your presentation. So as you can see over here, the arrows, right? These arrows are loops. They will be in cycle of email loops between the hook and the stack, because we assume that they haven't watched the stack, the page, the video. So we want them to watch, and we want them to actually be in tune to what we are gonna offer, because at the end of the stack presentation, we're gonna ask them to book a call with us, get them to book a call, get them to speak to us, because we are selling a high ticket item. Not talking about just few $100, we're talking about in the thousands. So the only way that you can sell the product is via call, because people buy from people. We are in a people business. So in the end of the day, you need to speak with them. They will book a call, and then when they book a call, they will go to the screen. So the screen, aka thank you page, this will be where the questionnaire is. You make sure you have all the necessary questions to qualify them, and then once you're qualified, you speak to them. When you speak to them, it's 70% it's close, because they've gone through this process in which there's, to be honest, there's a bit of a hassle, because they need to go through from the hook, the stack, the screen, and then if they go through everything, so the close will be easy. At least 70% is done. So it's just left up to you to do the closing and then speak to them, understand their pain points and the challenges, and then sell them your product or services. So that's how it works, and in the end of the day, you will get a sale. You can see this arrow circling around the screen, right? Let me explain what is that. So that is basically if in the event when they book a session with you, but they have not filled up the questionnaire. So we need to make sure we remind them to fill up the questionnaire. The questionnaire has a few fields in which they need to actually enter so that we know that they are qualified to speak to us. So we need to be in a position of expert. You need to be in position of power and authority to make sure they are qualified to speak with us, not the opposite. So that is where we qualify, and I'll share with you the percentage later on. If let's say they don't fill up, we don't speak with them. Simple as that. Because that shows that they don't have the slightest care and consideration to actually work with you. So why care? Why bother speak with those kind of people? So they will be disqualified. So I hope that explains, and yeah, that is clear for what is the overview of this particular system. So the benefit of client attraction system is this is focus. Okay, in a website, your focus is everywhere. There's navigation bar, there's call to action everywhere. So it's not focused for website. So in this system is very focused. You are just leading the lead to a hook, the hook to the stack to the screen. You direct them to each sequential steps so that they will know what to do in each steps. Okay, and this is inbound because you want them to come in, not you looking for them. So looking for them can be deemed as desperate, but that would be another video of another time. But I would prefer your leads to be inbound because they are looking for you. They happen to see you in Facebook scroll and so on. So inbound has more power compared to an outbound reach. Well, yeah, I mean, we can debate on that, but this is how things work on the company, so I'm just gonna explain based on our experience. So number 3, supply and demand. You get to control your supply when there's a lot of demand. So what happened when there's a lot of demand, right? You can increase your price, and that's where you can work less and earn more. So it is a very good way of actually earning through this particular system. Last but not least, scale. So when this is working, you can automate as much as possible using our system Mulakan and scale it to the top, to the moon. Okay, let's talk about numbers. Numbers will dictate the conversion from point A to point B. Point A is basically your traffic, okay, your Facebook and Google's, until you get a sale. Okay, which is point B. So you want them to travel in a sequential manner, in a sequential steps inside your process within the attraction system. Okay, so usually for industry standards, for people to land into the hook, it is about 10%. So for example, if you get 1,000 people, okay, if you drive 1,000 people of traffic from Facebook and Google, you will probably get 100 people to go into the hook. Okay, let's just put that as an example. Then from 100 people, from the hook to the stack, you will get approximately about 15%. That depends on how much you convert, how much you optimize your hook to get that number, so that people will opt in and then watch your video inside the stack page. Alright, so 15% of 100 is 15 people. So 15 people, and then of course you do a presentation, you do a webinar. At the end of the call to action, you ask them to book a call with you, and then they will do an application, and then from there they will go to the screen. So usually for industry standard, once they reach the stack, right, about 50%, about half. So half of 15% is about 7.5. So let's just round down to 7, and then 7 people will be speaking with you potentially, but they need to actually fill up the form, the application form, the questionnaire inside the screen. So probably another 50% only fill up. Okay, so that would be another 50% of 7. So 50% times 7, so about 3.5. Let's just run down to 3. So you will only find 3 people out of 1,000 people that you drive traffic to speak with. Let's say that 3 people, your conversion rate is good, you can close all 3. If it's okay, maybe perhaps 30% of 3 is 1. So 1 sale out of 1,000 traffic that you get 1 sale. How much will you drive for the traffic to get 10 sale? So instead of 1,000, it's 10,000. As simple as that. But that will also depend. Take account on how you optimize each particular stage. The hook, the stack, and the screen. And then how well you speak to them also depends. So the close already gives you a head start for you to actually know them, understand their concerns, speak to them with their challenges, and solve the problem for them. And that's where you can achieve what you want in this particular system. That's how we work. That's how we roll. So from the dollars and cents points of view, we talk about cost per lead. So that will be another video for explaining how we can derive from cost per lead. So from the moment they become your avatar, they become a lead inside your hook, it costs you $5 to $7 approximately. Okay, so when they go to the stack, the value of the lead becomes about $12 to $15. So once they reach to the screen and fill up the application, the cost per lead is $35. So it takes $35 for you to get 1 lead that will reach into the screen. And then to the close and sign a deal, probably you need to take about $400 to $600 for you to close them. Okay, but if you think back again, our average size of web project is about 6K. So if let's just take the $600 value of each client that we actually spend on ads, we get $6,000 in return. So from $600 of investment, you get 6K in return. How does that derive? You will get 10x out of 600. So if I want if I want to get 3 projects, I'll just invest 600 times 3, which is 1.8. I will get 18K in return. You get the idea right now? So this is how client attraction system works. It might look simple, but at the end of the day, you need to understand the mechanics of how conversion behaves from each step of the way. I would like to make a shameless plug over here. In 2 weeks' time, we're gonna held a 5-day challenge with my good friend Rushdie and also Abang Abu. Okay, he's famous in Malaysia in terms of doing finance stock, and Rushdie is actually part of the team in doing copywriting. So we're gonna hold this event, a 5-day challenge event, on the 8th to the 12th of November at $27 only. This particular challenge is actually valued at $97 because we're gonna share how you're gonna build the hook, the stack, the screen. And then of course, the mechanism of how these things work, and give you a hands-on technical overview. And then you can actually get all these things within the 5-day challenge. So all in all, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time and your effort in reaching this point. And if you find this video valuable, please consider subscribing and click the like button, and that will help the channel a lot, because I'm going to give as much value as possible, tutorials, tips on anything online. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.